Welcome to tonight's Varsity broadcast of your Dubuque Saints versus the visiting Sioux City Metros. Sioux City was victorious in a shootout in the JV game.
High School Hockey League game with the visiting Sioux City Metros and your Dubuque Saints.
Saints will hope to reverse their fortune here in the varsity game.
And now the starting lineup for Sioux City. At defense, number 8, Noah Dirkschneider.
Noah Dorschmeyer on defense.
66, Grant Harder.
Harder, one of the best defensemen in the league. Soma, one of the best players in the league.
At forward, number 2, Carson Fitch. Goal, number 1, Cameron.
And that's not to undersell the rest of the team. Sioux City is a very good team. Right now, I believe they're first or second in the league.
And now the starting lineup for your Dubuque Saints.
Let's go.
At defense, from Western Dubuque High School, number 2,
Cody Cruiser, starting at defense. Senior from West Dubuque High School.
At defense, from Hempstead High School,
Had a heck of a game last night down in the Quad Cities.
Braden Schilling.
Braden Schilling, also a defense, also a senior. Hempstead High School.
At forward, from Dubuque Senior High School, he's the boss, Joseph Ross.
Number 6, Joseph Ross, starting in center for the Saints. Also a senior at Dubuque Senior.
Hempstead High School, number 13,
Sammy
Sammy Ruiz.
Ruiz, sophomore at Hempstead High School.
Easton Valley High School, number 14, Callan Messerich.
The pride of Easton Valley High School, number 14, Callan Messerich, also a sophomore.
From Hempstead High School, number 31, Colton Stoll.
And in goal between the pipes, number 31, Colton Stoll, also a sophomore from Hempstead High School.
By Tim King, assisted by Austin Lilligard, Joe Stipe, and Jeff Baker. The officials for tonight's contest as assigned by the Midwest High School Hockey League, we have referee Dave Blondin, linesman Ethan Fox, and linesman Zach Blankerman. Fans, we ask that you now rise, face the flag, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
We'll get referee Dave Blondin wearing the Water Wings tonight. Ethan Fox, and I didn't catch the name of the other referee, and I don't know him, which is probably a good thing. Bad referees are are well versed and well known. We either know the good ones or the bad ones. So we're just about underway here. Puck's down, we're ready to go. Sioux City controls it. They'll take it back, go D to D. Again, D to D. Harder's got it there. He'll work it up the far side. Walks around people like they're standing still. Harder's a very strong defenseman. Meserich pokes it, stuck on the blue line there. Can't quite get it in. Puck squirts out to the near side. Sioux City will carry it up. Now knocked back. Harder's got it again. Plays it across to his D partner. Back to Harder. Off the boards in front of the bench. Schilling's got it there. He'll play it back up. Knocked loose. Hedquist has got it behind the net. Walks around the back. Drops it back down to the corner where it's stolen by Cruiser. Cruiser sends an aerial pass. Caught by Kirk. Kirk battles forward in the corner. Knocked loose. Battle again in the corner. Squirts up to the far side. That's Salma. Salma's got it. He'll work it through center ice. Comes with some speed. And scores. Salma came in with a full head of speed from the neutral zone, crossed the blue line. And I'm not sure who he crossed up back on defense, but he was coming like a locomotive and buried a top corner on Stoll. So the Metros, living up to everything that was expected, they'll get on the board 1-0. Puck down. Sioux City's got it in front of their own bench. They'll play it back. That's Sukachov. Suk over to Beshin. Beshin across to Kirk. Liner tries to walk it through the middle. It's stolen there.
Assisted on the play by number 2, Carson Fitch. That was Solomon Fitch. 15:48 remaining in the first period.
Sioux City's got it on the far side. They'll knock it back to the defense. Shot towards the net. That's another goal. So Sioux City with an amazing shooting percentage right now. Saints are a little shell-shocked. They'll regroup here. We'll send out the Sieverding, Ruiz, Penny Meyer, Cody Swinney, and Braden Schilling back on defense. Puck comes down. Sioux City goalie gets a touch of it. Played around the far side. Knocked out of the zone there. Sieverding's got it. Plays it over to Schilling. Schilling tries to send it through the middle. It's tipped. Sioux City's got it now. Sieverding takes it back. Sieverding walks it to the near side in front of the boards. Leaves it for Meyer. Meyer dumps it down. Knocked down there by the D. Patrick plays it over. Saints clear on the delayed offsides. Sioux City knocks it out of the zone. Sieverding knocks it back in. Still in there. And they'll play it back behind the Dubuque net. Controlled there by Schilling. He'll play it back to Cruiser. Cruiser plays it up to Meserich. Meserich off to Ross. Ross through the center ice. Towards the net. Shot gets deflected to the corner. Ross has got it there. Bodied up. Played up. Sammy Ruiz knocks it down. Ross has got it. Shot towards the net. Saved by Patrick. Played hard off the boards. Gets by Sukachov. No icing. Sioux City will come with the full press on Beshin. Beshin plays it around to Suk. Suk gets just a piece of it up to Meserich. Saints got a little speed now. Maybe got their legs underneath them. Shot blocked in front. Meserich will come the other way. Walks around. Puck knocked loose. He's 1-on-4. They take it back. Sioux City will carry it across the red line and dump it in. Stoll knocks it on the back of the net. Schilling's going to carry it up on the far side. Cuts to the middle. Plays it up to Weiner. Weiner walks down to the slot. Sioux City takes it there. Walks behind their own net. They'll wrap it around to the far side. Dubuque dumps it back in. Sioux City carries behind the net. Walks up the near side. Little backhand pass up. They'll get it over to Harder. Harder plays it directly at Blondin. He's not happy about that. It's not Dave Blondin's night. He took a hard hit in the first couple minutes of the JV game. We're a little worried about him. Soma tripped at center ice. No call there, but we'll get the icing. Soma's got a smile on his face. Apparently he doesn't think it was a trip either. Sieverding will step in for the faceoff. He's flanked by Meyer and Ruiz. Beshin and Cruiser back on defense. Puck's down. Sioux City's got it below the goal line. They'll play it up to the far side. Soma clears the zone. Sioux City, knocked loose. Knocked back in. Sioux City's delayed offsides. They'll let it go. Cruiser's got it. Plays it over to Beshin. Beshin back to Cruiser. Cruiser back to Beshin. Cruiser up the far side. Now it's Ruiz just inside the blue line. Myers got it there. Nope. Sioux City manages to hold it in. Knocked over on the far side. Patrick's got it there. He plays it ahead to Fitch. These easy names I can pronounce all day. They'll leave it for Soma. Soma top of the circle. Saved by Stoll. One for the good guys. Sioux City dumps it back down below the goal line. It wraps around to the near corner. Shot on net. Another save by Stoll. Fremont had 60 shots. Or, I'm sorry, Sioux City had 60 shots on Fremont last weekend, so Stoll looks like he'll be busy tonight. Broken stick on the ice. Delayed offsides. Sioux City plays it all the way back to Sioux. Sioux got it there. Plays it across. Kretz. Kretz has got it on the far side. He'll walk it up. Dumps it in from the red line. That's Harder behind the net. Long stretch pass. Stolen by Kretz. He'll dump it back in and then chase his own dump. Sioux City wraps it around to the near side. Sweeney gets it just before it comes outside the zone. No, he doesn't. Sweeney gets it just outside the zone. That leads to an offside. 11:03 left in the first period. They're not giving Dubuque credit for that first shot on net. Scoreboard reads 4-0. It should be 4-1. Puck down. Sioux City works it free. It's Dolman on the far side. He gets around Sweeney. They'll work it down low. Weiner over there. Centered to Kirk. Kirk's got it. He'll bring it on the near side. Shot on net. Save. There's a shot. Sieverding, Ruiz, and Meyer out for the faceoff. Cruiser and Schilling back on D. Cruiser plays it down to Meyer. Out to Schilling. Schilling holds it just inside the zone. Shot from the blue line. Saved by Patrick. Kicked over the corner. Ruiz tries to drop it down there. Sioux City steals. Try and bang out the board. Ruiz manages to hold it in momentarily. Loose puck. Gets back to Schilling. We're going to get an offsides. It's good because I didn't start the clock. Well, maybe we're getting a hand pass. Maybe a high stick. Whatever it is, the faceoff's to the right of Patrick. Puck down. Sioux City controls. Back behind the net. They give off to Harder. Harder plays it up. Sioux City through the neutral zone. Shot, saved by Stoll. Dubuque will come back the other way. Schilling's got it now. Weaves through center ice. Shot, saved by Patrick. Kick to the corner. Myers there. Knocks it towards the net. Long pass, knocked down. Sioux holds it in. Meyer picks it up. Loses an edge. Ruiz gives back to Beshin. Beshin cross ice to Sioux. Sioux hesitates and he'll try and go up the boards. Gets it into the zone. We're going to get a delayed call. Rough. Rough on Sioux City. So Dubuque will go out on the power play with 9:39 left in the first period. Saints have put a couple shots on the board now. Sioux City still holds the lead, 4-3. 5-4. Meserich steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down, gets it over to Kirk, gets a shot, it's blocked in front. Now it's on the near boards. Meserich has got it there, gives off to Meyer. Meyer shot, blocked by Patrick. Puck gets to the far corner. Soma pins his man into the corner. They'll peel off there. Sweeney's got it now. Sweeney across to Kirk. Shot in front, saved by Patrick. Sweeney with the rebound. Soma's got it. He'll carry it at the blue line. Advances up the ice around Beshin. Nice save by Stoll. Now it's Kirk walking it out. Gets it out of the blue line, out to center ice. Spins, leaves for Meyer. Meyer carries it into the zone. Meserich has got it. Drop pass to Beshin, who's unfortunately outside of the zone. Cross ice pass over to Sweeney. Gives it back to Beshin. Kirk on the near side. Peels it back to maintain control. Tries to drop it in. Sioux City steals. Clears. Saved by Stoll. Stoll leaves it off for Beshin. Beshin gives to Ruiz. Ruiz's clearing attempt is knocked back. They'll go back behind the goal line. Try it again. Ruiz now long pass. Stolen there by Sioux City. They'll dump it back in. Below the goal line. Schilling will pick it up. And he'll take it up the far side. Left off for Ruiz. Stolen there by Harder. Ruiz has got it now inside the zone. Kicked over. Sioux got it. Puck knocked into the stands. 24 seconds left on this power play attempt. Saints will send out Sweeney, Meserich, Beschenmeyer, and Kirk for the first power play unit. Meserich steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Sioux City knocks it back to the Dubuque defenders. Sweeney chases it on the far side. Down to the corner. Sioux City tries to clear. It's knocked down in front. Now it's Meserich. Tries to lead for Meyer. Meyer kicks back to Beschen. Over to Kirk. Kirk controls at the faceoff dot. Centers to Meyer. Nice shot. Saved by Patrick. Sweeney's got it. He'll pump it into the corner. Sioux City controls. Beschen holds it in at the blue line. Gives off. Penalty expires. Sioux City comes back at full head of steam. They're 2-on-1 with Beschen. Centering pass. Shot just wide. Dubuque counters. Up to Meserich. Sweeney and Meserich battle for it there. Just outside the blue line. Knocks it into the zone. Sioux City goes D to D. Back to Harder. Harder's got it there. He'll send it to his partner. Up to center ice. Meserich gives it back. Sioux tries to get back to Meserich. He'll leave for Kretz. Meserich across ice. Tipped. Patrick plays it to the corner. Sioux City circles back behind their own net. They'll leave it there for Harder. Harder long pass just out of the reach of Soma. That'll go for an ice. Puck down. Sioux City controls behind the net. They'll walk it out to the near corner. Played off the boards. Knocked back down below the goal line. It's Pierce. He tries to send it in front. Stolen there by Sioux City. They'll play it off the far side. So almost got it over there. That's offsides, and we'll get the call. Ruiz in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Ross has got it in front of the bench. Tries to force up the boards. Sioux City steals. Knocks it back to Cruiser. Cruiser over to Schilling. Schilling up to Ross. Ross tries to center. It's knocked back. Fitch has got it there. Gives it back to his D. Patrick dumps it towards the net. Tipped. Nice save by Stoll. Puck's down. Worked around the back of the net. Ruiz will go over there to get it. Aerial pass out in front of the net. In front of the bench. Harder goes back to get it. Meyer will give chase. They knock him off the puck. Meyer's got it in the corner. Centers to Meyer. I guess that was Ruiz in the corner. Centers to Meyer. Sioux City will come up the other side with some speed. Battle behind the goal line. Knocked out in front, saved by Stoll. They'll kick it back. That's Harder at the blue line. Shot, saved again by Stoll. Oh, he's putting together some numbers. Harder holds it in. Nope, pops out of his stick. He'll go to his partner. Inevitably, will go back to him. Harder now walks it up center ice. Sweeney goes to run him down. Forces him into the boards, knocks him off the puck. Cruiser plays it around to Sweeney, or Schilling. Benny Meyer, far side pass. Cody Sweeney jumps over his stick. He's got it in the corner. Shot from a bad angle, doesn't catch anything. Comes to the near boards. Kurt's got it there. Knocked off the puck. Now it's Bauer walking up the far side. Bauer shot, wide of the net. Cross ice pass. Sweeney gets it in his skates. Knocks it wide. Bauer back to Patrick. Sent over. Sioux City will carry it up in front of the benches. Cuts to center ice. Top of the circle. Can't quite get a shot off. Sioux gets a nice little hit there at the end. D to D pass over to Patrick. Dumped in. Stoll will take no chance and he'll give it the cover. So 4:10 left in this first period. Metros hold a 2-1 lead. And an advantage in shots 2-0 lead. Advantage in shots 10-2. 10-8. Dear God. Puck's down. Dubuque's got it. Beston's got it behind the net. He outlets to Sioux. Sioux carries it up the near boards. Front of the bench. He'll dump it in. All the way down below the goal line. Sioux City goes back to pick it up. And they'll come out with some speed. Held up in the middle. High slot. Left there. Nice shot. Saved by Stoll. Puck behind the net. Ross has got it. Tries to play it to Mesrich. Can't quite get it there. Sioux City now on the near boards. Nope. Schilling's got it. Walks around the back of the net. Ross picks it up there. Tries to play it ahead. Sioux City carries it back into the zone. Schilling works off the puck there. Sammy Ruiz in the corner. Sends it through the air. He's got his brother racing down the ice. Patrick comes out to play it. He'll play it off the boards. Sioux City now in the far corner. He'll play it around the back of the net over to Patrick. Benny Meyer swoops in, knocks it up into the netting. And there's a lucky fan, if they happen to be 10 feet tall. Oh, yeah, got it down. Didn't even have to be 10 feet tall. Those ingenious little kids. Blake Sieverding steps in for the face-off. It's flanked by Ruiz and Meyer. Puck's down. Sioux City controls. They'll work it around the back of the net. Harder drops off there. Comes up the near side in front of the bench. Soma sends it into the zone. Schilling's got it there. He'll send it back out to Ruiz. We'll go D to D. Can't quite control there. Benny Meyer making life hard for the Metros. Played out. Ruiz gives it back to Cruiser. Cruiser over to Schilling. Schilling walks it up the middle. Shot from the top of the blue line. Deflected in front. Patrick kicks it off to his man. Sent out. Now Schilling's got it again. Manages to keep it just inside the zone. Cade Weiner knocks it down to the corner. Tries to get it to Benny Meyer. Benny's got it behind the net. Sends it out in front. Popped up. Loose puck. Knocked loose. Now it's battle 4 on the far side. Kick back to the Sioux City D. They'll play D to D. Harder loses the handle on it. He'll pitchfork it back up to the middle. Soma's got it now. He's 1 on 4. See how good you really are. Centers it. Nice poke check by Stoll. They wrap it down low. Sweeney gives off to Weiner. Back to Sweeney. Carries in the zone. Sioux City knocks it back out. And they'll counter. Sioux City 2 on 2. Half step offsides. Dubuque will send out Ruiz, Pierce, and Meserich. Schilling and Kretz back on defense. Puck's down. Dubuque's got it. Pierce bangs him off the body, sends it into the zone. Sioux City wraps it around to the near side. Dubuque holds it in. Patrick controls it back for Sioux City. Battle 4 on the near boards. That's Pierce. Gets it off to Ruiz. Ruiz tries to get it to Schilling. Sioux City coming down. Plays Bauer now. Takes it into the far corner. Schilling's got it on the near side. Plays it up to Meserich. Meserich stalls. Waits for Pierce. Pierce coming down the middle. Taken down hard. No call. Big hit by Meserich just off the side of the goal. Shot towards the net. Saved by Patrick.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
Another big hit by Meserich. Man on a mission out there. Sioux City will bring it back up through center ice. Carried it inside the blue line. Do a little toe drag. Walk around the back of the net. Looks for the open man. Centers it to Dubuque. Sioux City holds it in. They'll dump it back around the back of the net. Collected in the near corner. Played back to Patrick at the D. He'll send it over to his partner. Shot on net. Saved by Stoll. Patrick again from the blue line. Drops it down low. Tops of the circle. Shot. Just wide of the net. Harder does a little dance. Walks it down low from the faceout dots. Shot. Wrapped all the way around. That'll clear the zone. Length of the ice. Patrick go back to get it. Kirk will make life hard on him. Sends it back up. Weiner's got it. Waits for his team to get up back on sides, and they do. Weiner now, top of the circle. Sioux City clears. Weiner's got it. Leaves for Beshin. And that'll do it for our first period. So after 1 period, the Metros lead 2-0. We'll see you back here for the second period. Sorry about that little personal emergency for the first period, or the first minute of the second period, I should say. Puck's down behind the Dubuque line. So he's got it. They'll get it back out to the D. Shot to the near corner. Out in front. Sioux City gets it back to their D. Now behind the goal line. Dubuque works it out. That's Weiner. Bangs it out to Sweeney. Just out of his reach. Delayed offsides. Still good. Besham plays it down to the corner. Wraps it around. Sioux can't quite get it there. Kirk's got it now. Weiner's got it. Plays it around the back of the net to Besham. Sweeney back to Besham. Besham now starts from behind the net. Plays it off to Weiner. Weiner pitchforks it up. Out to center ice. Severting throws it towards the net. We got a delayed penalty coming on Sioux City. Tripping. Cash Frag going to the bench or box for 2 minutes for tripping. So the Saints will go out on a first power play of the second period.
Sioux City penalty coming at 14:55 remaining in the second period. On number 23, Cash Frag, 2 minutes for tripping. Putting your Saints on the Avalanche power play.
Mesrich gets the puck back to Besham. Besham's got it at the blue line. Gives it down to Sweeney. Puck's knocked loose from Sweeney there. Mesrich down the corner. He's got it. Meyer throws it across the ice to Besham. Besham shot on net, save. Puck loose in front. Sioux City clears it the length of the ice. Puck played down below the Sioux City goal line. Held in there by Kirk. Kirk's got it. Fans on the shot. Harder's got it on the far side. Carries it to the blue line. Chips it out. Besson tries to dump it back in. Kicks it back to him. He'll cross ice to Sweeney. Sweeney now on the near side. Dumps it down low. Mesrich now below the goal line. Sioux City stops. Reverses fields. Kicks it back. Sweeney's got it at the blue line. Sends it across to Besham. Besham back to Sweeney. Can't quite hold on to it. No call. No call on that. There are several things that could have been called there. Checking from behind. Boarding. The refs will get together and discuss it. There was no initial call on the play. Referee Blondin talking to the refs. Looks like we're going to send Harder to the box. Nope, changed their mind. Sioux City was adamant that if there was a penalty, it was on number 8, not on number 66. And apparently it was a 2 and a 10. I didn't see any penalty. We'll wait to get the call up from the box. So Dubuque on the 5-on-3 power play here. looking to capitalize. Meserich in for the face-off. Waiting for the clock or the penalty to go up on the clock. There it is. Puck down. Meserich gets it back to Kirk. Kirk's got it. Top of the circles. Cross ice to Sweeney. Boarding is what the call ended up being. Shot. Trickled over. Call. Couldn't quite tuck it in. Sweeney manages to get it over to Beschen. Beschen holds it in. Sweeney gives it back. Sweeney now top of the circles. Cross ice pass. Blocked in front. Harder sends it to length. Beschen will collect just outside the blue line. He wheels, gives to Sweeney. Sweeney gets his back in the zone. Walks down to the faceoff dot. Sends it across the middle. Goal! So with just 8 seconds left on that first penalty, Dubuque capitalizes for their first goal of the night. Saints still a minute 20 left on that second boarding power play. They'll send out Ross, Ruiz, Sukachov.
Scoring on the Evologic power play with 13:02 remaining in the second. Number 21, Carter Kirkenbush.
Puck down, wrapped around. Meyer can't quite hold it in. Schilling will go back to get it. Stoll stop it behind the net for him. Schilling now walks it down the middle of the ice. Through the neutral zone. Cuts across. He'll take it to the far side. Down to the corner. Sends it back up to Sioux. Sioux gives off to Sweeney. Sweeney walks it to the faceoff dot. Shot. Kicked aside. Ross has got it now in the corner. Sweeney's there. Kicked out in front. Battle in front. Get a little pushing going around. Still 30 seconds left on this power play. Meserich, Meyer, Sweeney, Kirk, and Beschen out on the power play. And the always popular goalie equipment problem. Patrick looks like he's set now. Puck's down. Meyer gets it back to Beschen. Beschen over to Sweeney. Sweeney top of the circle. Knocks to the corner. He'll play it around the back of the net to Meserich. Meserich tries to get it out to Meyer. Chipped out to Beschen at the point. He'll get it over to Sweeney. Sweeney from the faceoff dot. We're going to get a man in the crease. 14 seconds left on the power play. Faceoff will come outside the zone. Puck down. Meyer carries it into the zone. Poked loose. Back to Meserich. He tries to drop it. No one's there. Sweeney's got it now. 5 seconds left on that power play. He works it over to Kirk. Goes into the zone way too fast. They'll have to hold up. Meserich carries it in. He's knocked off the puck. Saints caught in a bad change. It's Bauer on a breakaway. Nice save by Stoll. Battle behind the net now. Meyer's back there. Sioux City walks it out. They'll play it to the far boards. Harder from the blue line. Shot, goal. Nice play. Carter took like what looked like a shot, but found Stolmong wide open on the backside. There wasn't a lot Stoll could do. And you can kind of see it in his eyes, like, what am I supposed to do there? So, Saints clawed back in and had a little momentum going there for a little while. Sioux City steals it back and pushes the lead to 3-1. Saints do hold the shot advantage now, 18-17. Might be getting a little hometown scorekeeper there. Puck down and we're ready to go. Kretz knocks it up. Battled in front. Still battling in front of the Dubuque bench. Pierce with a big hit. Patrick throws a hip check. Business is picked up in the checking department. Pierce with a shot, saved by Patrick. Kick to the corner. Now Sieverding with a big hit. They'll play it out to the near side, right in front of the bench. Kretz just gets thrown into the boards for an interference call. We're going to call it cross-checking, even though he didn't use a stick. We don't really care. We'll just take the 2 minutes. So the Saints back on the power play now.
Sioux City penalty coming with 10:38 remaining in the second period. On number 44. Sorry, just 4. Milligram, 2 minutes.
Puck's down. Sioux City coming with all kinds of speed. Had Soma wide open in the middle and didn't pass it to him. Now Saints counter punch. Sioux City's got it back. Big slash by Beshin. That's you're not going to get away with that. So that'll do it for the Saints power play. 16 seconds in. Beshin will go to the box. 2 minutes for slashing. And if you're looking for the textbook definition of slashing, we've got the video now.
10:22 remaining in the second on number 23, Bryce Beshin. 2 minutes for the slashing. 4-on-4 hockey also won the catch-up. 11:15 remaining in the second. Sioux City goal scored by number 16, Nate Soma. Assisted on the play by number 66, Grant Harder.
Puck's down. Sioux City's got it. Fires it towards the net. Saved by Stoll. Kick to the corner. Little 4-on-4 hockey here. Alan Mesrich carries it up the boards. Leaves it off for Cruiser. Ross has got it now. Works down the near boards. Collision behind the net. It's wrapped around the far side. That's Schilling over there. He'll dump it down to the corner where Mesrich waits for it. Kicks it back. Ross shot up into the netting. Saints will send out Sammy Ruiz, Niku Sokochov to back up Callum Mesrich and Joe Ross. Face off one, Mesrich gets it forward, kicked over to Sioux, held in, shot towards the net, blocked in front. Sioux City will carry it out. Bauer sends it over to Soma. Soma carries into the zone. Stolen there by Ruiz. Kicks it ahead to Mesrich. Mesrich loses it. Ruiz has got it. Tries to send it over to Sioux. Ruiz now over to Mesrich. Soma just flies around the ice effortlessly. Now Ruiz circles back on the defensive end. He'll give off Meyer. Meyer carries it into the zone. Sieverding tries to kick it up to him. Sioux City catches it and clears. Sends it down for an icing. Still 4-on-4 hockey for another 27 seconds. Metros will get a brief power play after that. Kirk and Sweeney out for the forwards. Schilling and Cruiser back on D. Puck's down, back to Schilling. Schilling's got the blue line, gives off to Cruiser. Cruiser gives to Schilling, back to Cruiser. Back to Schilling. Shot towards the net, saved by Patrick. Sweeney tries to get it up to Schilling. Sioux City helps in the play. Now it's knocked out, held just in by Kirk. Another late hit. Sweeney's got it there on the far side, wraps it towards the net. Save. Kirk comes in, can't quite bury it. Kirk now behind the net. Sioux City penalty over. Long pass to Graham. He'll wait there for help. Sioux City's got it below the goal line. Cruiser's got it there. Dubuque penalty over. We're back 5 aside. Sioux City walks out in front. Nice save by Stoll. Sieverding out for the faceoff now. Puck down. Sioux wraps it around the back to Kretz. Kretz carried up the near side in front of the bench. Run into there. Dumped it into the zone. Stuck behind the goal. Benny Meyer comes in. Tries to get a clear or centering attempt. It's not quite there. Sioux City now in the counterpunch. Out to center ice. Pierce sacrifices the body and knocks the puck loose. Sioux plays it across to Kretz. Kretz up to Pierce. Leaves off for Sieverding. Sieverding carries it through center ice. Up to Pierce. Sioux City steals. They'll try and get it back out. Big hit in front. Sioux City now. They've got it behind the net. Worked out to the near side. Another big hit by Joe Ross. Kicked out to center ice. Fanned down by a couple players. Sioux City controls. They'll play it just in front of the bench. Meyer steals. Works it down into the corner. Ross goes there. He's knocked into the boards hard. Sioux City bangs it out hard. Catches off Sukachov's foot. Schilling's got it now. Does a nice little turn. Gets knocked off the puck at the blue line. Now it's played over to Sammy Ruiz. Sammy's got it there. Kicked up to Meserich. Puck squirts loose. Meserich stops, turns, sends it to the middle. Can't quite control it there, and Sioux City will counter. Stolen by Cruiser. He'll walk it across the blue line. Shot towards the net, saved by Patrick. Rebound, kicked up over the net, into the corner. Big hit there, sticks go flying. Meserich gets up and gets more. Sioux City coming back. Schilling sends it back to center ice. Cade Weiner feathers it up to Meserich, but couldn't quite connect on it, and Sioux City will come the other way. With some speed, they try and center it to Bauer. Can't quite connect. Now it's Beshin on the near side. Bangs it hard to Sweeney. Weiner will knock it through center ice. Carries it into the offensive zone. Hits the brakes. Walks down to the corner. Tries to go below the goal line. Can't quite get it there. Sweeney centers. Can't connect to anyone. Beshin can't quite hold it in. It'll come all the way back to our blue line. Beshin plays it up in front of the bench. Chipped in by Sweeney. Patrick backhands it out to the neutral zone. Dolman comes down. Shot fired over the net. Now it's Sieverding going the other way. Centers to Kirk. Kirk dumps it on net. Saved by Patrick. And that'll get us a whistle. 5:25 left in the second period. Dubuque still holding an advantage. Shots on goal, 22-18.
We'd like to take a moment and thank all the students and families from the Potosi Castro High School who came out to the rink tonight to support our state, including their very own Nolan Pierce. We do this quite often. We hope to see you more.
Puck down. Dubuque wins it, gets it back to Kretz. Kretz over to Schilling. Schilling towards the net, saved by Patrick. We'll do it all again. Sieverding, Meyer, and Ruiz out for the faceoff. Puck one, back to Schilling. Schilling gets it down to Meyer. Meyer tries to center, it's knocked loose. It's Ruiz in the corner. Now Sieverding's got it, backhands it down to Ruiz, tries to get it back to Kretz. Kretz shot on net, saved by Patrick. And we'll do it again. Puck's down. Ruiz has got it there. Battles in the corner. Now it's back behind the goal line. Kicked out. Schilling's got it there. Knocks it back in. Battle back. Harder's got it. He'll circle back. Cross ice pass. Sioux City carries up. Centers it. Carries it through center ice. Drop back to Solma. Solma kicks it to the man behind the net. Walks out, feathered out in front. Nice shot. Saved by Stoll. Now it's Ross knocks it into the zone, and we're going to get another Sioux City penalty. Slashing. Ashbrigg, 2 minutes for slashing.
Penalty coming with 4:19 remaining in the second period. Number 23, Ashbury. 2 minutes for slashing. Putting Dubuque back on the power play. The Avalanche power play.
Pucks it down. Back to the Dubuque D. Beshon gives to Sweeney. Sweeney's shot is stolen there. Harder backhands it out to center ice. Beshon's got it at the blue line. Turns, gives to Sweeney. Sweeney sends it hard. Uncaught there. Set the length of the ice. Stoll stops it. Lays it for Beshon. Beshon will take it behind the net and start the power play up. Carries it down the ice. Cross ice pass to Sweeney. Sweeney gets it in his skates. Can't quite control it. Sioux City will play with it behind their own net. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if that works out for him. Apparently it did. They're bringing it out to center ice. Coming down 2-on-4 like they're not on the penalty. Beshon's got it now below the goal line. Drops it off to Kirkenbush. Kirk carries it across the blue line, out to center ice. Runs into some problems there. Beshon's got it at the blue line. It's knocked loose. Cross ice pass over to Sweeney. Sweeney sends it to Meserich. Meserich can't get a handle on it. It goes all the way down below the goal line. Bauer wraps it around. Cade Winter holds it inside the blue line. Backhand pass. Squirts over to the center. Can't get a stick on it. To the far side. Kirk's got it there. He's looking for Schilling to make a move. He didn't move in time, so the puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Played over to Cade Weiner. Weiner up to Sammy Ruiz. Can't quite get it. Harder backhands it out of the zone. Sioux City now. Presses down. 1-on-4. Schilling's got it. He'll look to counter. Through center ice. Leaves it for Ruiz. Ruiz kicks off to Weiner. Stolen there. Schilling's got it back. Cross ice pass to Sioux. Sioux dumps it in. Bauer's got it behind the net. Tries to wrap it hard. Sieverding dumps it down to Ross. Ross centers. Puck loose. Shot. Save. Tried to hit the man coming out of the box and couldn't quite connect. Sioux takes it back behind the net. He'll backhand it up to Schilling. Schilling sends it over to Sieverding. Sieverding carries it through neutral ice. Top of the slot. Worked off to the far side. Kick back to Schilling. Schilling holds it in. Fires it towards the net. Saved by Patrick. 1:53 left in the second period. Metro's holding on to a 3-1 lead. Shots still favor the Saints. 25-19. Metros have been on the penalty kill for a good portion of the second period, so they haven't mounted a lot of offense, but that was a pretty goal for the third one. Puck down now. Sioux City's got it. They'll come through center ice with speed. Kicked over to Solma. Solma from the faceoff dot. Nice save by Stoll. Kicks it to his glove. A little shoving going on down there. Maybe don't try and hit Stoll when he's got the penalty, and we won't, or the puck, and we won't knock you to the ice. Referee Fox talking to the Saints about the problems with violence in hockey. He's an expert on the subject. Sieverding in for the faceoff. Just kidding. Let's do it again. Puck down. Sioux City's got it at the point. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Sioux City will send out Harder. I've seen enough of this Piney guy. Harder says, you go over there and pass it to me. I'll stand right here and blast it as hard as I can. Puck down. Back to the D. Patrick throws it on net. High off the glass. Worked in the near corner by Sioux City. Beshin's there. Takes a nice shot from the back. That'll get a penalty. Cross check. I'm not sure how I lost time, but they're at 125 and I'm not. So someone let the clock run at some point. Nate Salma in the box for 2 minutes for cross checking. Dubuque is sending in the Mets closer. Mesrich, Sweeney, Meyer, Beshin, Kirkenbush. Puck's down. Sioux City controls. They'll send it to length. Stoll goes back. Stops it behind the net. Beshin will pick it up there. Actually, he'll leave it for Kirk. Kirk will walk it down Main Street. Gives off to Beshin. Beshin dumps it in. Sioux City will win the race there. Big hit. Mesrich may be hurt. Mesrich may need an oxygen as he stays in for the face-off. Puck's down on the near boards. Another big hit. Sioux City sends it to length on Stoll. Stoll makes a nice save. 50 seconds left in the period. Beshin circles. Sends it across to Sweeney. Sweeney in front of the benches with some speed. He'll work it wide. Puck knocked loose in the corner. Mesrich gives it back to Beshin. Beshin gives down to Sweeney. Sweeney from the side. Can't connect with Kirk in the middle. That's not Kirk in the middle. That was Mesrich. Bauer now with the steal. He works around Beshin. He's one-on-one with Stoll. Shot. Nice save by Stoll. Stoll looks like he's all right. Yeah, he's up to his feet. Bauer with another breakaway. 7 seconds left. Mesrich took a pretty good lumberjack cut at him. 3 seconds left in the period, and Mesrich's going to go to the box for slashing.
3.7 seconds remaining in the second period. Number 14, Cal Mesrich, 2 minutes, then slash.
They put the penalty up on the wrong side, so we're going to take just a second to get that fixed. They got the right one deleted. So 4-on-4 hockey for the last 3.7 seconds. Puck down, around the back of the net. Nothing major happening there, and that'll do it for the period.
Second period. After 2 periods, Sioux City leads 3-1. Shots on goal, 25 for Dubuque, 23 for Sioux City.
So that'll do it for the second period. Metro's still holding on to a 3-1 lead. Shots on goal in favor of the Saints, 25-23. We'll be back for the third period for some 4-on-4 hockey to start. Puck's down for the third period. Souk's got it on the far side, gives it off to Schilling. Back to Sioux. I'll start the clock. There we go. Sioux up the far boards. Sioux City's got it. Fires it on net. Blocked by Benny Meyer. He'll come down one-on-one. Takes it to the corner. Loses the net. Sioux City's got it there. Harder plays it up. Schilling's got it just outside the blue line. Sends it across. Sioux City's got it. They'll give back to Harder. Harder goes D to D. Cross ice pass blocked by Kirk. All the way up to Sioux City. Sioux City's penalty is over, so they're on the power play. Harder will carry it now in front of the benches. Some good speed there. Works it down to the corner. Behind the net. He'll drop off for his D partner. They'll work it down in the corner to Soma. Soma can't quite handle it. It's fired back up the middle. Sioux City have collected at center ice. They'll go back. D to D in their own defensive zone. Worked around Ross. Soma on the far side. Walks to the faceoff dot. He's got it behind the net now. Tries to kick it up to the near boards. Braden Schilling coming down. Dumps it into the zone. He'll go for a change. Puck squirts to the far corner. Blake Sieverding makes it life hard there. Soma now. Up. Plays it to the corner. He'll kick it back to the D. Doesn't quite get enough on it. And Sieverding sends it into the linesman. Sioux City regroups. Carries it across the blue line. Tries to drag it around Cruiser. He'll have none of that. Fired the length. Patrick will stop it behind the net. The other Patrick will send it up the far side. Kicked out. Mesrich with a big hit as he steps out of the box. Mesrich gives up to Ruiz. Ruiz knocks it into the zone. We're back on 5-a-side here. Pierce down the far side, or near side, works it into the corner. Now it's behind the goal line. Ruiz gets bumped off it. Played up. Big hit there by Sioux. Kicked out to center ice. Benny Myers got it. He'll drop it off for Sioux. Sioux back to Meyer. Over to Beshin. Beshin through center ice. Tries to drag it. Can't quite do it there. Harder kicks it up. Sioux City come back. 2-on-2. Takes it wide. Sioux knocks him off his path. Tries to center it. Puck knocked back to him. Worked in the near corner. Tried to tuck it in on the near side. Isn't successful. Now we're back to the Sioux City D. Looks like Beshin's going to get an interference call in front of the net. Cross-checking. Whatever it is, 2 minutes. So 14:01 left in the third period. The Saints will go on the penalty kill. Beshin heads to the bench, or our box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Saints will send out Ross and Mesrich on the PK. Sioux City will send out the number 2 unit. Puck play back to every Ruiz. Sends it into the boards, or into the stands. Kick back out onto the ice. You don't see that happen all the time. Joseph Ross steps in for the faceoff now. Puck's down. Sioux City makes a bad pass back to the D. Probably why it's the second unit. Patrick stops it behind the net. Makes life a little harder than it needs to be, and they'll break it out on the near side. Back behind the net again. Now we'll try the far side. Up to center ice. We're 2-on-2. Sioux City takes it wide. Pauses to get the men in. Feather pass to the middle. Patrick's got it now back all the way at the goal line. He'll play it up. Just outside the zone. Mesrich will knock it in for an offsides. Saints will send up Meyer and Sieverding. Sioux will join Schilling already on the ice. Sioux City will leave that number 2 out, or power play unit out there. Sioux City now works it up the far side. Carried into the zone. Sebring knocks him off the puck. Schilling's got it now. Takes it behind the net. Hard pass off the glass. Comes all the way back. Sioux City controls just in front of us here. Works it out to center ice. On the far side. Runs into Schilling. Battle there. Sebring takes a long shot that goes down. Bounces off the back wall. Patrick plays it hard off the glass. Up to center ice. Sioux City collects. That's Harder walking through the middle of the ice. Face-off dot. Shot saved by Stoll. Tries to cover it. Harder's got it in the corner. Yeah, that's what happens when Harder and Solmo are on the ice. Actually, I don't think Solmo made that pass. Harder with a nice goal from to the right slot. So power play goal for Sioux City to work the lead to 4-1. 12:29 left in the third period. Shots even at 25. Blaze Bauer. Puck down now. Solmo tips it into the corner. Beshan will go back to get it. He's got it behind the net. Plays it out to Kirk. Kirk can't quite handle it. Sioux City dumps it back down below the goal line. Nice save by Stoll there. Beshan's got it. Sioux City pins him in again. Now it's Sioux. Makes a long pass to Sweeney. Sweeney tries to feather it up to Weiner. Weiner knocks it back to Beshan. Beshan leaves for Sioux. Sioux will carry it up the far side. It's got Solmo pressuring. He'll double back. Cross ice pass to Schilling. Sioux City steals the blue line. They'll send it back, reconnect. Harder to Solmo. Now it's Kirk. Kirk's got Sweeney. Sammy Ruiz trailing him. Shot, saved by... Oh! Sweeney had the puck behind Patrick and couldn't quite bury it. Saints' legs are looking a little tired here. We had a game last night in the Quad Cities. Varsity was victorious, but Sioux City has definitely moved the puck and put the pressure on all game, and I think it's starting to wear. We're going to need a second breath of life from the Saints here. Puck down, into the corner. Sammy Ruiz tries to center, gets knocked loose. Joseph Ross goes in the corner to get it. Sends it hard to Ruiz. Sioux City's got it. They'll break it out. Kretz plays it up to Ruiz. Ruiz hard pass to Schilling. Schilling walks it through the middle. Up to neutral ice. Dumps it in below the goal line. Sioux City collects behind the net. They'll play it out. Nolan Kretz lays down a nice sauce pass. Doesn't quite connect and get a shot out of it. Sioux City plays it to the near boards. Meserich is there to pick it up. Ruiz skates offside. Steven Meyer and that's a Ruiz out there in the indoor football formation. Sioux City wins the faceoff and pushes it right down our throat. Big shot saved by Stoll. Duke's going to work it back out. Sebring kicks it up to Meyer. Meyer tries to take it wide. Dances off Patrick's check. Sioux City takes it behind the net. Sebring's there. A little bit of energy left in those legs yet. Meyer gets a shot on net. Not quite there. Sioux City slow pass up the middle. Drop pass to Beshan. He plays for us. Beshan sends it to the length for an icing. I forgot to start the clock. We'll see how much of these 30 seconds I can burn off while we set for the faceoff. Cade Weiner steps in for the faceoff. 20 seconds was the answer to that question. Weiner knocks it down in the corner. He'll play it up to Sweeney. Sweeney's got Kirk going across the middle, and he hits him. Kirk carries it into the zone. Shot just wide of the net. Squirts back out. Patrick kicks it to the corner. Schilling battles for it there. Kicks it over to Sweeney. Sweeney down to Kirk all alone. I think Patrick tried to catch that with his teeth, and he may have. Hard off the board. Sioux City's going to win the race. Nice save by Stoll to bail us out. Schilling behind the net now. We're playing razzle-dazzle Globetrotter hockey. Cade Weiner, shot, saved by Patrick. Still got to get 11 seconds off my clock, so we're going to let that run. Shots even, 28. Sammy Ruiz, Callan Mezrich, and Joe Ross out for the faceoff. Sioux City wins it. Back to Harder. Harder plays it hard off the glass. Solmo's got it there. Solmo one-on-one. No. Sammy Ruiz jumps back in. Throws a nice hit in the corner. Words exchanged. Joseph Ross with another diving attempt. He put his body in the line a couple times in the JV game. Puck down behind the goal line. Raft to run to the near side. Mezrich trying to stretch the ice. Sukuchov takes advantage of the room he created. That was an elbow by Harder, and he'll go to the bench and think about it. Interference with his elbow. It's 2 minutes. So Harder goes to the box. And everyone is sad to see that.
Sioux City penalty coming with 8:50 remaining in the third period at number 66, Grant Harder. 2 minutes for interference. Putting your Dubuque Saints.
Mezrich, Meyer, Sweeney, Kirkenbush, and Beshin out for the faceoff. There's my clock. Kirk's got it. Near boards. Chip to the front. Oh, fell down. Mezrich behind the net. Kicks it out to Meyer. Can't quite connect to anyone. That's Bauer coming down. Nice steal by Beshin. Sweeney knocks it back down in. Goes below the goal line. Down behind the net. Knocked to the far corner. Sweeney's got it there. Wraps around the back. Hard pass out. No one's got it there. Solma's going to win the race. Gets it in front. Stoll with a nice save. Now it's Kirk walking up the middle. Down Main Street. Kirk will dump it in. Wraps around the back of the boards. Cody Sweeney wins the race in the far corner. Knocks it over to Mezrich. Play it off the boards. Beshin there. Shot towards the front. Misses everyone. Sweeney hits Mezrich behind the net. All the way back out to neutral ice. Minute left on that power play. Beshin's got it there. Solma pressures. They'll play far side to Sweeney. Sweeney can't quite get a handle on it then. He'll send it the length of the ice for icing. 7:30 left in the third period. 40 seconds left in the Harder penalty. Cade Weiner, Joe Ross, Sammy Ruiz, Sioux, and Schilling out for the power play. Puck's down. Saints control. Weiner's got it. Gives it off to Schilling. And Schilling will advance it down Main Street. Takes it to the left. Cuts it back to the middle. Walks it all the way to the corner. Slow pass through the middle. Unconnected with Weiner. Sioux gets a shot. Nice save by Patrick. Ross knocked off the puck in the corner. Knocked out the puck again. He's a hard guy to knock off the puck, too. So Sioux struggles to find it in his feet. Hand pass outside the zone. Schilling's got it there. Plays up to Weiner. Weiner knocked off the puck. Harder's penalty's over. He rejoins the play. Patrick battles just in front of us here with Sweeney or Sieverding and Ruiz. They'll play it back to Sioux. Sioux up to Schilling. Schilling's got, he had Benny Meyer cutting through the middle. Couldn't quite connect. Gasfrig bounces it off a Dubuque player. That'll go for icing. That'll not go for, yeah, what the? The officiating has just been spectacular all night long. I can't say enough about it. Sieverding in for the faceoff. Flanked by Meyer and Ruiz. Puck's down. On the far boards. Knocked into the corner. Ruiz has got it there. He sends it back to Kretz. Kretz sends it back down to Ruiz. Hits a loose stick. Squirts to the corner. Benny Meyer goes to pick it up. He's pinned to the boards. Sioux City's going to walk it out now. Send it through the middle of the ice. Bauer's got it. Nice move on Kretz. Nice save by Stoll. Sioux City still controls, though. They play it out to Penny. Nice shot over the net. Harder on the far side. He'll wrap it around. Goes behind the net. Sioux City's got it there. Squirts it out in front. Can't quite connect on the net. Bauer works his way around the top of the circle. Shoots right into the back of his own player. Ruiz backhands it right into the middle. Sioux City steals. They'll give it to Bauer again. Stolen there temporarily by Meyer. Now Meyer goes to a knee and gets around, throws it out to the middle. Sieverding steals it there. Things are getting a little chippy out here. Pushy woo-woo at its finest. .518 left in the third. Puck's down. Sioux City back. Saved by Stoll. Do it again. Cade Weiner steps off. Mesrich will come in. Faceoff goes back to the Sioux City D. Can't quite hold it in there. They'll play it off the boards hard and get it back into the zone. Souk's got it there. Plays across to Besh. Popped up in the air. Souk gloves it down. Plays it ahead. Trap before it could get to Sweeney. Now Besham plays it up to Sweeney. He's got Kirk in the middle. Shot towards the boards. Mesrich gives down to Kirk. Stick lift goes back out to center ice. It's Souk there. Souk plays it in front of his own bench. Sioux City controls inside the zone. Oh, nice pass to Escher. He'll walk it around the back of the net. Controls it into the corner. Kirk goes for the big hit. Sioux City controlling it. Almost like they're on the power play. Souk's got it now behind the goal line. Plays it up to Sweeney. Sweeney to Mesrich. Mesrich over to Kirk. Into the zone. Tries to get it back over to Mesrich. Mesrich in the shot. Slot. Shot. Saved. Sioux City manages to try and get it out. Shot by Kirk. Blocked there. Sioux City now getting a little lackadaisical on defense. Kretz will walk it down the far side. Leaves it for Sweeney. Sweeney on net. Saved by Patrick. Blocked down. Sioux City now in the corner. They'll send it through the air. Soma's got it on the far side. Stops, turns, plays it into the ref skates. It's not easy to do. Sioux City collects. Leads to the D there. They'll try and play it up to Soma again. We figured that play out. Schilling steals it. Shot up into the netting. I didn't have the scoreboard running for any of that. Threes, 31. Left in the third. Joe Ross takes this opportunity to tie the states quick. Sioux City wins the faceoff back to the corner. A pause in the far corner. Tried to play it up to Soma, couldn't quite hold it there. They'll play it around the back of the net. Into the near corner. Harder will backhand it up. Stolen by Sioux. Sioux wraps it back down. Goes to the far corner. Joe Ross coming hard. Big hit. That's going to be a charging all day. Roughing. Roughing. That's.
3:10 remaining in the third period. Number 6, Joe Ross, 2 minutes for roughing.
Pretty much saw that coming from 6 steps away. That's typically what we call charging, but 2 minutes is 2 minutes.
Review, back on the player's insurance through penalty kill.
So Dubuque back in the penalty kill with 3:10 left in the third period. Mesrich will step out for the faceoff. Dubuque wins it back to Schilling. Schilling bangs it up to the point. Sioux City controls there on the near boards. Harder's got it. He'll give it back to the D. Kirkwood gets a piece of it. They'll wrap it back down below the goal line. Sioux City controls there. Tries to throw it out in front. Can't quite do it. Cruiser plays it out the board. Squirts out loose and back out to neutral ice. Sioux City back in the attacking zone. Top of the circle. Work down low. Into the corner. Harder steps over to get it. Loses the handle on it. Squirts out. Kirk's going to come. Gets the better of him. Shot on net. Shot wide. Runs into Mesrich. Tries to run into Mesrich. Puck squirts back down. Patrick with a huge poke check. Schilling holds it in. Saints keeping it interesting. Mesrich now. Dumps it down into the corner. Sioux City will take the time to collect themselves. Leaves it for Harder. Harder comes around the back of the net with speed. Sends it up to Soma. Soma carries it up. Sioux City 3-on-2. Walks it to the top of the slot. Stolen there by Schilling. Schilling's 2-on-1. Sieverding jumps off the bench, and he doesn't. Patrick with a nice save. Sieverding in front. If we can get him the puck, and we can't. Sioux City back 4-on-2 now. Saints trying to get back into the play. Shot on net, saved by Stoll. Kick to the corner. That's Harder. Schilling tries to knock him off the puck. Sent out into the front. Shot wide. Schilling again. Sends it to length. Knocked down just outside the blue line. Controlled. Stolma walks it in. Shoots wide. Wraps all the way around. Clears the zone. Just off the bench. Sioux City collects. Cross ice pass to Harder. Walks through center ice. Takes it wide. This is how they got the last goal. Harder peels back. Oh. Sweeney and Sieverding now in a 2-on-0. Sweeney gets the pass. Sioux City managed to get back in and tip it just wide. Sioux City now up on the board. It's played back to Beshin. Beshin sends it over to Meyer. Meyer gets it into the zone. Tries to center it. Diving player. Nice! Cody Sweeney puts Dubuque on the board. Sorry. Cody Sweeney doubles Dubuque goal total at 2-4. With 40 seconds left, we'll see if there's some strategy that goes on. If Stoll stays in the net, if there's a timeout, or Dubuque's just gonna. Saints have it. Back to Beshin. Kirk can't quite hold on to it. He'll give off to Beshin. Off to Sweeney. Sweeney dumps it in. Dubuque looks like they're going to be content to leave the goaltender in. I didn't start the clock, so there's really 20 seconds left. Now it's a breakaway. Nice save by Stoll. Mesritz is going to bring it up. He's got Sweeney on the far side. Running too hard in front of the bench. 2 seconds left. Sweeney throws a big hit in the corner. There's a slash there too. So we're going to have some penalties at the 17-minute mark. So that'll do it for the third period. Dubuque manages to outshoot the Metros 34-33. But in the end, the Metros prevail to score 4-2. See you back here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for the JV game.